This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now, you're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
This episode is brought to you by CoverGirl. Put the power of plants to work for your lashes with Lash Blast Cleantopia Mascara, now available in a new ultramarine black shade. This plant-powered, clean, vegan mascara delivers up to 300% more volume than bare lashes and brighter, more wide-awake-looking eyes thanks to ultramarine pigments for an intense black shade with hints of blue. Lash Blast Cleantopia Mascara, only from Easy, Breezy, Beautiful CoverGirl.
Bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about comic books,
costumes,
facts, boots,
and other stuff.
In this week's issue, Inferior Five.
Welcome into Bros, Foes, and Heroes. I'm your host, Zach, joined by the Aqua Lad to my Aqua Man.
Aqua Lad. I like that.
Mr. Mike, how you doing today, Mike?
I'm good, man. I like that. I was watching you were getting ready to start the show, and there's like this little pause
moment
where you just like come together, just center yourself, and then boom, there it goes.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
the
great.
one. Well, thank you. You got to see me just like, it's kind of like when you
Is that a
pull
leftover
back.
Radio thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. And I don't know why. It's more habit than anything.
Sure. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And like, I didn't even think about it till after I started. I was like, Mike probably thinks I'm weird. Because he probably just thought me like.
I thought, oh shit, he's a professional. That's what I thought.
No, I can pretend to be every now and then though.
Sure.
That's one of my superpowers. So welcome in to Bros, Foes, and Heroes. And we have what I feel is a fun episode in store for you today. We're doing a team of misfits.
Nice.
Is the best way to describe them. They are heroes, though, technically.
So that's the thing that makes them different from the Suicide Squad.
Yes, they are all there. There's not a bad seed in the bunch.
Good.
At least no crimes committed.
Right.
But
just idiots, maybe.
Basically, and well, they just don't have the personalities to be superheroes.
Okay.
We'll get into it. It's a group called the Inferior Five.
Inferior Five. All
and
right.
This is a DC comic.
Why would you go around calling yourself that, though?
Well, I think it's just a play on it. We'll get in the first issue. There's 2 issues that I read through that I want to focus on.
All right.
After I just explained the team, just for bits that I picked up. It's the first one and the 6th one. There was I talk about them being created. I think their first appearance was in June of 1966 in one of the showcase. You remember how like comics used to do, I say remember because they quit doing this before our time too, I think.
Right.
But they would have showcase issues and it was just like a book that you got from the publisher and it's multiple different stories in there.
Okay.
And they're trying to sell you on potential new books to come out.
Sure.
And also sell
sense.
new
Yeah.
series. It doesn't hit on any one person.
I kind of almost wish they still did that.
Yeah,
That'd be
DC
fun.
showcases all of them.
Yeah.
That's something that I did like way back in episode 1 when we did Black Condor.
Mm-hmm.
It was from a 1940s issue of Crack Comic, Volume 1.
Wow.
But in there...
Crack Comic.
Yes, Crack Comics. It was,
Okay.
I mean, things are
I get it, yeah.
timeless then. And
Sure.
it was bought by, things back then that was
They
changed.
meant different things.
Yeah, I don't think it meant...
Like every time I watch the Flintstones, we're going to have a gay old time.
Yeah.
It meant something completely different.
It did.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, you know what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
Sure.
So...
I will say that a moron has always been a moron, though.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, I watched, funny enough, you bring up the Flintstones. I actually watched something within the past couple weeks. There's an episode where I don't remember the context of it. Like Fred and Barney pretend to be like magazine workers or work for this like publication.
Okay.
And these girls are like showing up like they really want to be the centerfold of that magazine.
Uh-huh.
And so they're like showing up trying to seduce Barney and Fred in a way.
Really?
And like, yeah, like obviously nothing happens, but still just the tone's there.
Is it like Stone Boy magazine or something?
I don't remember. I just remember like somebody had posted on like a Reddit page, like totally missed this when I was a kid and just played like little clips from it.
Yeah.
But it's things like that in the Animaniacs. You ever watch Animaniacs?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I always loved how there were jokes in there for adults, but it wasn't.
It goes back to Looney Tunes and anything else, Looney Tunes had a lot of adult jokes in it.
Yeah.
But it also had stuff for the kids,
Yeah. I think it's
You're a communist, and then they hit him with a frying pan.
Yeah.
So you get both audience. I don't know.
You're a
I don't know if Bugs was ever.
You're a communist, and then hit him with a frying pan.
That's right. That's a very.
I don't remember that
two
episode,
levels right there.
even though I mean there's so many.
joke.
It was one of the World War II episodes for sure. So that's what they did is they showcased. I talked about crack comics before we got way
I'm so
off
sorry.
track.
That's
there.
my fault.
No, it's all good. And so they showcased different things, and this was just like a new tale. Basically, these 5 superheroes are kids
Okay.
of other superheroes.
Oh, okay. So like a Jupiter's Legacy kind of thing.
In a sense, I have not watched it, but sure. I know that Josh Duhamel and Leslie Bibb are in it.
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
I've watched some of it. And,
Okay.
And now I'm being told that it's bad. So I always.
Well, wait, did you not make that decision for yourself?
I did
before?
not. I didn't think it was terrible. As I was watching it.
Well, maybe you'll enjoy it more.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to get into a. Okay, one more tangent here. Have you watched White Lotus? You've heard of White Lotus.
I've watched part of the first episode.
Okay, why did you not watch it all? Were you torn away from it, or did you lose interest, or what?
I just
happened?
wasn't necessarily into it at the time.
Okay.
My wife wanted to watch it.
Uh-huh.
I think I wanted to watch something else
Okay.
that I was into.
Okay.
So just the interest at the time, like the cast seemed great,
Yeah,
but
it's a good cast.
I just watched the first episode and thought,
Yeah.
okay.
I would like to formally say that I think it's one of the worst things I've ever watched. I hate that show. I hate it.
Did you get all the way through it?
White hot hate.
Why?
No, I will not watch the rest of it. I just do not like it. None of the characters have anything good about them. There's no redeeming value.
Okay, but that's part of it.
I've
had. I'm not selling it on this show because obviously I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
But I've had this conversation with my wife before.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we'll just get off on side tracks this episode and we'll just come to Inferior
We're
Five.
going to get to
eventually.
the Inferior Five in a
We
second.
will. It'll be here. But she's the same way. She doesn't like watching shows when there's not a single character that doesn't have a redeeming quality. But in life, not everybody has a redeeming quality.
I want you to understand, though, I don't care if no one has any redeeming value. Because, I mean, I watched Entourage,
Yeah.
Because all of those are tools,
just all for,
right? They're just all tools.
They were all for
jerks. I am very much the guy who likes the funny asshole. Bill Murray's my favorite of all time, right?
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
But maybe I misstated it when I said no redeeming value.
But there's a difference between Bill Murray funny asshole and Chevy Chase funny asshole.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So okay.
This show, I think that in a lot of the time, well, not a lot of the time, especially this time, shows are written in a way that these writers think they're so friggin' smart. Oh, it's going to be so dry. Half the country won't understand it, but my friends will. And blah. I don't dig that. I can't do that. Be funny.
Yeah.
Just be funny. Plus, I don't want to see his dick.
Oh, Steve
Did you get to
Zahns?
that part?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I don't care if it's a prosthetic or
think
not.
it was.
I just don't want to see it.
I think it was a stunt dick.
Yeah, I don't. No, thank you. Good.
I hope that's
But
what
that's
it
not
said.
necessarily the hate part.
I just hope that's what it said on the guy's trailer was stunt dick.
I don't know. I can't. Maybe I'm just not articulate enough to tell you why I don't like this show.
Well,
I had a friend come over the other night, and he goes, "Hey, have you watched White Lotus?" Yeah, I freaking hated it.
The wife likes it.
And the friend goes, "Oh, you get to the end of it, it's really good. But I got to sit through the first part of it."
Isn't that in a way what you have to tell somebody about Breaking Bad though too? Because season 2 is kind of a long season.
I don't know. I'm really biased when it comes to that because I was in from the get-go.
I came in a little late. I came in while the series was still going on.
Yeah.
But season 3, and it took a lot for me to get through season 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I was thankful I did.
Yeah.
Because season 3 on, it's go.
I don't think White Lotus is going to give me that same sort of
No.
satisfaction.
I don't think it will either. But all right. So
I'm tired of kids being assholes to their parents and
okay.
people being assholes to employees and just people being assholes in general. And self-absorbed people. There's a lot of that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. There is sometimes I get you want to watch TV as an escape.
Yeah.
And I see enough a-holes in everyday life to have to watch them on my screen. That is true.
Maybe that's it.
The scene I felt uncomfortable with was when the 2 teenage girls were talking to Alexandria Daddario's character, just because they were being such little turds the whole time.
Oh,
and it was just so
and then they're
cringy.
both sitting in there on the sofa, and they're like, "Gosh, I wish we had brought some drugs." Oh wait, I brought this, and I brought this, and let's just do all the drugs. Okay, great.
Yeah.
What was funny about that? Nothing.
Well, I don't think it's supposed to be. I didn't think the show was supposed to be all funny.
I think it is, but it's not. I don't know. I just
all right. Back to Inferior Five.
Yes,
so,
please. Why? Let me just say one more thing.
Okay, no, go ahead.
White Lotus is the Zack Snyder of TV shows.
There we go. I was waiting for you.
Yeah, I figured you thought
to figure out how to get him in.
That's it.
So, all of our characters here, and I'll leave it on the front issue or the cover of issue 1, so I can tell you.
Yeah.
Our leader here, Mike. The leader of the group is a guy by the name of Merryman. And he's dressed in all purple like a court jester. It's like dark purple and a little bit lighter purple, but it's all purple.
Who's this girl?
We'll get
squatting on Batman's head.
We'll get to her.
Okay.
So, Merryman there. Also, his real life name is Myron Victor.
Okay.
And he's a comic strip artist.
Okay.
Before we get into it.
Talk about self-indulgent.
Well, here's the thing, is this book is very self-aware.
Oh, is it?
It's a 60s parody book.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So nothing in this is I feel like they obviously know what they're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird concepts at times, and stuff doesn't always age well in this. Like issue 1 is racist, for sure. Mm-hmm. And I didn't read through every single issue, but it wouldn't surprise me if you came across some other problem spots just because of where it was written in time. Like the 60s seems to be there's a time in comics, with every form of art from an era, it reflects.
Yeah. It reflects the time, and that doesn't always age well, and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. Just like Looney Tunes. I mean, there's a lot of them that you just can't put in front of people anymore. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Tell me why this is called the Inferior Five. There's 7 people in that car.
Oh, okay. The 2 people in the car don't count.
Oh, okay. They just stole the car.
It's Merryman's grandpa and his his assistant, we'll call him. That's one of the racist parts of the book.
Oh,
yeah.
An Asian guy, isn't it?
It is, and it's what they call him. So we'll just say it's his assistant.
Oh no. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But
at the top of this thing, it says, "Would you believe the Campfire Girls?" I don't know what that means.
It's all made up. I think it's all made up stuff because I don't know anything about the Campfire Girls in there. So,
they're saying the most sinister forces on Earth. Would you believe the Campfire Girls? Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
So, Merryman here is the leader.
Y'all really have to go look up this cover.
And I'll try to get it posted out then, obviously, on Instant when we do too. It's very, if anything, it's very 60s, and I like the 60s-ness of it. But Merryman, our leader, Myron Victor, the comic strip artist. Uh-huh. Oh, what I was getting into, I wanted to make sure before we dived into it, I said June 1966 is their first appearance, and it was created there in 66. The writer was E. Nelson Bridwell. Artist is Joe Orlando, and the inker is Mike Esposito. So sometimes I forget to, but I at least like to.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
It's not like the art is bad. It's not. I mean, it's good art.
Yeah, no, it fits with anything else at the time.
And I like this evil dude down here. He's got a good look.
You don't see him. There's a lot of stuff on covers you don't see him though.
Oh, okay. So they said the one guy that's really good, let's not put him in the book.
Well, there is at issue 6 we get to.
And this other guy next to him with the helmet, he looks like a guy from He-Man.
I didn't watch much He-Man, so I'll just take your word for it.
He-Man guy, yeah.
Okay.
So, all right, so all the stuff that you guys on the other end can't see. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
That's
no,
great.
we'll send it out. But so the members, Merry Man, he's our leader. Myron Victor, comic strip artist. He is a quote 98-pound weakling.
Okay.
So that explains him very well. He also wears glasses on top of his.
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
He is the son of Lady Liberty and the Patriot, which is kind of a parody of Uncle Sam and Miss America.
Yeah.
And he is also a descendant of Yellow Jacket and Crimson Chrysanthemum, which are takeoffs of Green Hornet and the Scarlet Pumpernickel.
Okay.
Now, he is the team's leader, even though he knows like Kung Fu, but he's so weak he can't really perform it.
Yeah.
And he is highly intelligent because he seems to be the only member who can tell how badly off they are.
Okay.
Like just how unprepared they are for the rest of the group. Let's go to this green guy here. You see him floating there?
Yeah, same. Yeah.
That's the blimp.
Okay.
Also known as Herman Kramer.
All right.
He's a diner owner because why? He's a fat guy.
He's a fat guy, so he's a blimp, so he runs a diner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's because that's 1960s
That's
logic.
the way it works, sure.
He is the son of Captain Swift, which is a parody of The Flash.
Captain Swift.
So basically, they made in this world the Flash's kid who can run really fast.
Made him real fat.
He made him real flat, and then he floats like a blimp.
Sure.
That is his power.
That's great.
So he can fly at super slow speeds. His dad can run at super fast speeds,
And he can float.
and he can float at super. Yeah.
great.
Then, if you look down below, there's this archer-looking character in orange and like yellow.
He kind of looks like he's crying.
Yeah, he's scared of a lot of things.
Oh, okay.
That is White Feather,
White Feather, and he's in
Is his
yellow and
name?
orange.
making fun of obviously Green Arrow. His name is William King, which also parodies Oliver Queen.
Okay.
See, so it's all.
Yeah.
He is the son of.
They probably had to hire somebody to come up with those handles.
Yeah,
'Cause,
he
I mean
is-
that's some pretty intricate work there.
Oh yeah, he is also the son of the Bowman.
The Bowman.
So
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
another Green Arrow reference there too.
Sure.
Basically, what's funny about him is he is really good at archery when he thinks nobody's watching.
Oh, okay. All right.
But when he thinks people
When
are
no
watching,
one's
he's
watching.
terrible.
That's
And he
great.
gets
Sure.
really nervous, and he's nervous about everything.
Okay.
Then let's work our way back to the other side over here. And I'm going to save your little blonde
Yeah,
friend
thank
for
you. I
last.
appreciate that.
So down here, the Batman looking character
Yeah.
you talked about is actually a guy by the name of Awkward Man.
Awkward Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is the son of Mr. Mite and the Mermaid, which is basically Superman, and the Mermaid being like another Aquaman parody, and Awkward Man and Aquaman.
Awkward Man.
Working off here.
And he does have a very Batman-ish look.
He does.
His suit is all blue, but he's got purple on him also, and he's got the black.
He does have little ear like antenna things too.
He's got like the black cowl or whatever you call that thing over your eyes.
Yeah. So
Mask, I guess.
he's basically strong, but also he can live underwater. Like it's a mix of the two powers. But he is also extremely clumsy.
Okay. Because
Hence
he's awkward.
the Awkward Man. The other thing I love is that his name is Linder or Linder, Leander. Linder Brent is
Linder
his
Brent.
name. His occupation, Mike, he's a beachcomber.
Okay.
William-
Is that an occupation?
William King is also a photographer. We find out in this first issue here.
Yeah.
And he's having to take pictures, funny enough, for some other women's magazine.
Oh, I see.
And he's so nervous about the girls that he like escapes out of a window or something to get away from them.
Sure.
Last but not least, so the only female of the group,
The bombshell.
yes, she is drawn very much in bombshell fashion as well.
I thought you were just going to say she has drawn very much. Yes, she is drawn very much.
She is, though, but I mean, they accentuate parts for obvious reasons.
Big hips.
Yes.
Very short shorts.
Yeah.
Playboy bunny ears.
Exactly. And just in terms of how usually they make the females look at the time, supposed to be like a very pretty lady.
Harpoon type chest.
Yes. Her name is Athena Trimmer. It's her regular name.
Okay.
She is the daughter of, she's very strong.
Okay.
And her mom is Princess Power.
Okay. So like
which is obviously Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And her father is Steve Trimmer. Obviously a reference of
Captain America.
No, Steve Trevor. Remember
Steve Trevor. Yes.
So that's why her name is Athena Trimmer.
Okay. Athena Trimmer.
Her superhero name, Dumb Bunny.
Oh,
because
that's
why
great.
she is so strong,
but she
is extremely dumb.
Oh, nice. And she's blonde.
Yes.
Great.
So they
blonde
wanted
hair,
to make
blue
sure.
eyes, Playboy-esque figure, but very strong, very stupid.
Very dumb. Great. Exactly. So we wanted to make sure that we hit everything, to be offensive to ladies.
Comic book writers.
Exactly. So that is our team here. And Mike, another beauty of it too, of why I had to make sure to bring this, and it's not necessarily on this issue, but when we get to issue 6, there's some ads in there that are super cool.
Oh, cool.
Because they're from the 60s.
I look forward to that.
Oh, yeah, no. There's one for like a pass, punt, and kick contest, but it's so funny because it's put on by Ford, and you had to go to your local Ford dealership to sign up for it. And it was like, there's going to be 18 trophies in each of your local.
Oh, no.
We'll get to it. I'll save it. It's great. So there's a play at the time. The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah.
The TV show. You know about. Obviously.
Fairly good movie, by the way.
I didn't finish it.
Really?
Not because I thought it was bad. I just remember that I got caught up in something
else.
Yeah,
it really wasn't bad. I thought it was okay.
It's Henry Cavill and the cannibal, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Army Hammer. That's his name. I couldn't think of his name. I called him the cannibal.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can I keep your toe in my pocket?
He turned out to be weird, didn't he? So there is a play on that throughout the whole first issue because obviously Uncle is an acronym.
Sure.
The acronym that they report to though is Cousin Fred.
Okay. Yeah. Instead of an uncle.
There's a lot of instead of uncle, it's Cousin Fred.
Fred the F.R.
Yes.
Okay.
It's all, I'm trying to see if it's in here where I know it explains basically where or what it stands for. Maybe it's that time because it's long.
Yeah.
The green, I told you about the yellow jacket being related to Merryman. That's his grandfather. Is Yellow Jacket
instead of green, yellow pants
instead of Green Hornet. So obviously his assistant is.
He gets more yellow as the thing goes. Like he's up here and he's got his yellow suit, and then they're in the bathroom for some. No, that's I don't know where that is. And then it's like he gets bigger, and then now he's got a mask and a hat. Wow, that's neat.
Yeah. So his grandpa though, the old man. And his driver is, what's the Green Hornets?
Kato.
Yeah. So it's basically Kato is what his assistant there is.
What do they call him? Disclaimer.
Plato.
Oh, well, okay.
I can say that part. I'll say Plato.
Okay.
And also the car is called the Gold Bug that they drive in. It looks like an old 2-seater, like Model T car.
Yeah. You remember like cartoons from the 60s? They always had like these old Model T looking cars that people drove around in.
Yeah.
Like Wacky Races.
Yes.
You know, the bad
that's
guy
exactly
was in a
what
big
it was.
jalopy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Wacky
Races was great.
Hanna-Barbera cartoons in general, I'm a pretty big fan of.
For the most part, yeah.
Athena is getting painted by some creepy artist dude. She's wearing a towel, so of course, let's play off her sexuality.
Sure. It's a very strong towel.
Some of these ads you can capture. It's so funny to see like what was like even toy ads and just how blatant things like you would never see an ad like this now. It says Capture Hill 79, win a mountain of prizes, 6,000. It's a G.I. Joe. But then it shows a picture of all these kids with like helmets on and handguns.
Oh, nice.
Climbing up.
Look at them go. Yeah. All right. They're the next generation to lose their lives. That'd be great.
Look at, like, they're just like hardcore, just selling violence. You're just like, hey.
Yeah.
But, oh, man.
Let's play Army Man.
So.
Better than playing Army Hammer, though, I guess.
In this case, for sure. So they go and they're all called to report to Cousin Fred.
What, these kids?
No. The Inferior Five.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Child armies.
Yes.
That's funny.
Welcome to Cousin Fred headquarters. So the Inferior Five are called, and obviously it's still a play on the Man from U.N.C.L.E. because
Good God,
they drew
look at the
him.
size of their heads.
Well, they drew him to look like what's his name, Ducky from NCIS, and whoever the other guy from the TV show was.
That's very close to being like a Mad Magazine type.
There is another reference to Mad Magazine we'll get to later too.
Really? Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
The only other beautiful thing about this book, granted, it's drawn like any other 60s book, so the art's good for the time. I'm not knocking that.
It definitely does look like the 60s when you look at it.
Is there slew of villains in this first issue? Everything also, since they're playing off the Man from U.N.C.L.E., is an acronym. So now they're fighting agents of Hurricane.
Okay.
Which I guess is a ploy or a poke at Hydra, maybe.
I don't know.
Something starts with A.
I don't know who the Man from U.N.C.L.E. fought all the time.
I don't either. But basically, the bad guys include the missing Fink, who is he can make himself invisible, but he had hay fever. So, and their scientists tried to cure it, but basically it transferred his mind into an android body. So now, and also gave the android hay fever, but basically he can turn himself invisible, but he's highly allergic to everything.
Got it.
So he can easily give away where his position is.
Yeah. So he just sneezes all the time.
Yep. They also have a guy named Mr. Metal who has ESP and telekinesis powers.
Yeah.
Again, these are all the villains, but he is absent-minded, so he forgets what to do all the time.
Oh, wonderful.
They have somebody very cowardly of their team that is just called the Yellow Streak. It's a pee joke. Blackbird.
Well, I guess it's a pee joke and it's like you're yellow kind of thing.
Yeah. Blackbird, who can fly, but is also, he suffers from air sickness. And then there's...
do you remember the Mighty Heroes?
No, I don't even like him.
You should go look that up. Look up the Mighty Heroes when you get home and compare it to something like this. The Mighty Heroes was done well. Okay. It's a full animation cartoon. I mean, it used to come on, I don't know when it came on, but I would watch it in the afternoons. But there's like Baby Man, Rope Man, things like that.
Okay.
But it is a parody of the other stuff, but it's just so over the top that it's funny. Okay. Not like this, where they're trying to be close to something else. That's the one thing I didn't like about the Mad Magazine parody stuff. Oftentimes, they tried to get so close to the subject to parody it, it just wasn't funny.
No, I agree with you there that sometimes you can be too on the nose. Mm-hmm. They have a non-super specialist named Tabby Katz, a scientist and inventor named Nitro Gleason, and a weapons and demolition expert, and Crabgrass Wild is an escape artist. His name is Crabgrass Wild.
Crabgrass Wild. That's that's
Nitro Gleason is their weapons and demolition expert.
Nitro Gleason, yeah.
There we go. So that's who they're going after.
Do you think anybody opened this up and went, Nitro Gleason? Just thought it was just the funniest thing.
Maybe. Well, they find out that while they're being all told about this, somebody sneezes in the room, and it's the missing Fink. And they figure that out because everybody goes gesundheit and realize that they've all said it. And they're like, oh,
the bad guy's here.
The bad guy's here. Yeah. So so the bad guy runs out to the Mr. Mental guy outside. I think I accidentally called him Mr. Metal. Mr. Mental.
Mr. Mental.
The ESP guy that's absent-minded.
Sure.
Goes out there to them. Mr. Mental has no clue what's going on, and he's just sitting there. He's supposed to be the getaway driver. So the Fink has to push him out of the way, so they drive away, and they all chase him in that gold Model T. and basically they have to hunt them down. Then they get captured. It's one of those. This is what every single issue of this like book is.
Mm-hmm.
Is it's just silly hijinks the whole time.
Right.
So that's just a Clark Kent.
Yeah, I like this ad that you've landed on.
Dude,
here.
there's a lot of it. It's also stamps on like cat
Free
stamps.
Kingdom of Bhutan stamps with offer below. Kingdom of Bhutan.
What is the
I
kingdom?
don't know, but it's great. Rush coupon below and get free this beautiful set of wild animal stamps from the far-off Himalayan Kingdom of Bhutan.
Let me look up Bhutan. Do you know?
I don't even know what Bhutan is.
Are we just like super ignorant?
You'll get the stamps shown, new issues and old, from Afghanistan, Siam, Monaco, Nicaragua, Australia, Rwanda, plus many, many others.
Yeah. All right. So,
Good God.
Bhutan, is the Kingdom of
Bhutan. Bhutan.
is a landlocked country in the eastern Himalayas. It is bordered by China to the north and India to the south,
Okay.
East and west. Nepal and Bangladesh are located in proximity to it,
Okay.
but do not share a land border.
Well, that makes sense. It's about the same
They
thing.
They have 754,000 people that live there,
Okay.
and the country is basically 14,000 square miles, almost 15,000 square miles, and ranks 133rd in terms of land area and 160th in population.
Welcome to the Globe, our podcast about countries you've never heard of. Most of the stamps, it says that they are tropical, pictorials, large and small, odd shapes, sizes, freaks, air mails, religious, animal issues, and many more. 114 beautiful stamps in all, plus exciting selections of approval stamps to examine free.
Oh,
I don't know what that means
You
either.
get free stamps?
What approval stamps? What are those?
I don't know. Maybe it's like, I approve this when you send it.
Oh man. If you act now, you'll get a free color souvenir and story of the world's rarest stamp.
Okay, that's not from them though, right? That's from the stamp company.
I don't know.
Wow, they're hardcore selling those.
I just like, they've got the stamps from Bhutan. And then down below it, they've got one of JFK, a guy lifting weights, and a wiener dog.
Huh.
Oh, maybe the Pope.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you can make sure your ride stays running smoothly. Brake kits, LED headlights, bumpers, whatever your baby needs, eBay Motors has it. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, it's guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time. Plus, at these prices, you're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Tic Tac. Minty, refreshing, classic. And it's not just the Tic Tac mints. It's the new track by Kanice with beats that'll leave you feeling as refreshed as a Tic Tac and a vibe that'll take you on a ride through 100 layers of flavor. Does it get any fresher than this?
Tic Tac, enjoy the bright side. That 100-layer joyride. Pop one, let's paint the town. Freshman flavors all around. Take a ride on a Tic Tac.
Pick up a pack of Tic Tac mints today.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're conquering the unconquerable. Using artificial intelligence and data, our experts can create a personalized gene roadmap just for you, customizing your cancer treatment, giving your body exactly what it needs to fight the disease. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic, because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Maybe. All right. So there you go. Now you know about
I'm
Bhutan.
sorry, I got a little off there. But these are just fantastic. I love these old ads, though.
Yeah, that is the one thing that's so great about reading through these 1960s comics.
Would you tell DC readers the theme of your new 80-page giant? Asked Clark Kent as he interviews Supergirl. Supergirl's response is, "Sure, cousin." And then she goes on to tell it.
She outs him just right there.
She's like, boom.
He's like, Clark Kent here. That's basically, he showed up and was like, Clark Kent here, Daily Planet. So Supergirl. And she's like, sure, cousin.
Sure,
and he just
Superman. Let me
went-
tell you all about. Oh, whoops.
He just looked to left, looked right, side, and just,
Oh man, look at this. There's sure, cousin. It concerns my super friends and super foes. There's the origin of Super Horse. Supergirl Emergency Squad, the Bizarro Supergirl, My Super Boyfriends, and lots more. As a bonus, there's a classic tale from my past, My Father the Cop. So weird. So odd.
My Father the Cop.
My Father the Cop.
And that
my
is
mother the car and my father the cop.
in the 80-page giant coming January 10th, 1967. Kids, make sure to go to your local comic shops to pick that up. Yeah. All right. So another one I wanted to focus on was issue 6. And I'll just briefly go through some others here because, again, every book turned out to be the exact same thing. It was them just, doing stupid things. Awkward man always falls, always trips and stumbles.
Again, this
Dumb
is the
Bunny,
Weirdo 5 or whatever.
The Inferior
Five. Sorry.
Dumb Bunny.
I completely lost.
Yeah,
the name
doesn't
of
know
it.
what's going on, but is super strong.
Yeah.
Merry Man's the only one who's like, yeah, we suck.
Merry Man.
He's the smart one in this. The reason I didn't add why he is dressed up like a court jester, he figured that if he was going to be made to look a fool, he might as well dress like it.
Oh, okay.
So he is self-aware.
All right.
Yeah, there's maybe not necessarily White Feather hides from everything. Like that's all the books. Like they fight a group that like makes fun of the Fantastic Four. They make fun of Thor in this. They make fun of.
I just feel like we could come up with this really easily. Like this is a Saturday afternoon project, and we could write this whole thing.
Yeah, but
because it's not deep.
No, it's not deep, but it is different. And I will give them this. Issue 6, while it wasn't a great issue, I applaud them because the idea I thought was very cool, especially for back in I wanted to find the date to make sure I get it. It's February of 67. So basically, they have put on the cover of it, readers, you didn't revolt, so DC superheroes take action against Inferior Five.
You didn't revolt.
Yes, basically, like you didn't write DC and tell them for us to quit making this. Because basically what had happened.
That's a lot of stuff, though.
Yeah.
Like you didn't specifically write and say you didn't want something about a Birdman who can't fly, so we did it.
Yeah. So like Superman says, you call yourself superheroes, look at yourselves. There's other
but they
heroes.
literally do call themselves the Inferior Five Superman.
They do. It's like, let's wipe him out is here. The Red Batman comes in. Why can't you be like us, fighting evil all the time? And,
because I'm a coward, he says.
Yeah. So basically, the cover has turned there's Plastic Man, Green Arrow, like they're all.
So Superman says, look at yourselves. And by the way, Superman in a very awkward position, weird looking position.
He's hunched over.
With Superboy, right?
Superboy looks like he's about to rail into Superman, doesn't he?
Take a look at yourself, Superman. I mean, just saying, you're running around with a kid, right? That's dressed exactly like you. Something's going on there. Then you go to Batman, and it's very much the 60s TV Batman.
Yes.
It's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And of course, he's got the boy Ward, right?
Yeah.
What? See?
Don't.
Yeah. I'm just saying. When you point a finger, there's 5 more pointing back at you. If you have 6 fingers.
Okay, yeah. I guess it'd be 6 more if you had 7. So I found that to be comical.
Yeah.
But you open it, it's not brought up at all because
good play on words.
It says we've received numerous requests, Merry Man does, asking for a complete explanation of how an issue of this magazine is produced. What bothers us is that these requests have come from the editor, the writer, and the artist.
Well, that's kind of funny.
Yeah. So before we get into our story, we'll take a brief prologue showing you how this issue comes into being, and we'll call it How to Make a Bomb. And that's what it's all in.
How to make a bomb.
But the thing is, so you think it's going to be a prologue.
Yeah.
It's the whole flipping issue.
Hey, go back to one more.
One more?
Yeah, she doesn't look the same. We got different artists here, right?
No, it's the same.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And anyway,
she's the same.
Whatever.
But
okay.
So
they're all in weird positions, though.
Yeah, that's just his comic book.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is parodying DC.
Sure.
Like you knock on the 8th, it talks about how, where they work. It's the 8th, floor. You knock
this is
on
breaking
it.
the fourth wall.
That's all this issue is.
Yeah.
It's like it shows you that there's a kid who runs DC apparently.
Okay.
that says, "Hey, here he is himself, the boy wonder," and this little boy holding a DC pops or a lollipop sticks out and says hello. And then the next panel, Robin swings in and kicks him in the face and says, "Hold it!
Now that I would read.
I, Robin, am the original 100% genuine certified boy wonder. Accept no substitutes." Robin is pissed.
And then he's over in the corner smoking a cigarette after.
And then the next panel, "Get out of this story or I'll have Bob Kane draw you like an idiot," is what this kid tells him.
Draw you like an idiot. What does that mean?
Robin says, "For 25 years, he's been drawing me in this stupid red and green costume.
Oh, no.
What more can he do?" Then the little kid just basically breaks his lollipop over Robin's head, says, "Mail him back to Gotham City, wherever that is. I've got to see Jack Miller about Inferior Five." So there's a bunch of little inside jokes here.
How fun.
And as it runs, there's also panels.
I love how Robin ran in and kicked him in the face, though.
Yeah,
That's kinda
how there are panels of the Inferior Five being like, "Hey, I thought you said this was going to be a brief prologue."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, no, they're about to get to it."
Why is there a Civil War soldier?
He guards the moat where he keeps all the riders.
This is probably the weirdest one you've ever brought me, honestly.
It is.
Oh, there we go.
That was one of the ones I wanted to show you.
That's so good. It's another ad.
It is another ad. We flip through.
Yeah.
Basically, I guess.
Finish that, yeah.
So we'll come back to the ad because
Sure, the ad's great.
He opens up the moat, and there's crocodiles in here, and there's other just giant monsters.
Yeah, they're like Godzilla type.
Yes,
monsters.
and the kid asks the soldier, "Have you fed the crocs today?" And the soldier says, "No, their usual diet anyway. Artists aren't getting too scarce. Artists are getting too scarce. Yeah. So basically,
so they feed the crocodiles the people who work there.
Yes.
Okay. Good joke.
Yeah. So that's the whole
Very
bit there.
solid. Oh, there's those little things on top of the Batman head.
Yep, the little antennas.
Yeah, those are great.
Basically, then they enter. This is I don't know much about the time. Jack Miller, I guess, was a guy who worked at DC. He has 5 little tailors constantly on him throughout the entire. Yeah. You see what I mean, Mike?
Yeah. Yeah, I will say that I just kind of looked at Zach and thought, and he knew what I was pointing at. The guy is drawn very Jewishly.
Yes.
I mean, you can see it's a over.
Oh yeah. And also his little tailors too.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's all very much a product of its time.
Sure.
That's the tough part of this for such a good idea. Because at first I was like, if this is all it is, this kind of sucks.
Sure.
This was at least a different play at it, and it was different because it doesn't. But it doesn't involve any of the Inferior Five in this issue.
And this is one of those inside joke things where we don't know what these guys really look like, these artists and stuff that they're parroting, but I'm sure they're very close to what they actually look like. But how would we know?
We don't. Like, they take him to a writer's room, and like everybody's trying to eat there in the writer's room, and everybody's like throwing out ideas, and the kid just wants basically. We'll come back. We'll do the ads at the end of this.
He's still got the DC lollipop in his hand.
Yeah, the whole time. But,
which I'm sure means something.
I guess.
You know?
But that's basically all this issue is him trying to get that week's issue out.
Wow.
And there are like if we knew the people who worked at DC, I would get a lot of this. But it's about getting the cover out. And the whole issue is about that. One thing that was also kind of cool, though, is they have a knock at the door, and this guy comes in and says, "Have you any openings for a despicable or a despicable?" He has a list, I guess.
Have you any openings
for a despicable villain? And the guy says, "You a villain? Ha ha ha!" And he goes, "Wait till Luther hears this one." And the other guy laughs, and he says, "I'll warn you." And he shoots them with a ray, and they all start floating up to the ceiling. And at the bottom of the page, it says, "Following this scene, the villain is yanked out to be used in another feature where he won't be wasted." Okay. And the next page, everything goes back to how it was.
That's great.
So
this seems like it should have been like an internal memo.
It was, because it basically just ends with the Inferior Five just waiting for the story to start, and it never does. Now,
yeah, that sucks. Let's get to the ads.
Let's get to the ads. So basically, though,
they almost had me there for a second.
Like, yeah, I was like, okay, this is cool. But then it just went on for so long, and it just
again, it's all inside jokes.
yes. So let me wrap up the Inferior Five as a whole because it won't take long.
Sure, go ahead.
So they had the 10-issue run. They had the 2 different showcases they were in.
Right.
Then 10 issues, and then there was a little bit of a hiatus, and then it came back with the last 2 issues, which I'm pretty sure are reprints.
Okay.
And just like trying to see if there was interest to print a book
Yeah,
again.
sure.
Then they would just randomly appear in places, like every 10 years or so.
With the
like
Carrot
they just
Crew.
kind of pop up in the back. They were, yes, they
Were they
are
really?
actually in the episode or in issue 3. Remember, I talked
That
about
makes
how
total sense. Yeah.
after they released the original run, they came back later and did the, war against Oz or whatever. That
Right.
didn't have anything to do with
Right,
Oz.
right.
Yeah, they appear in the very last panel of that.
Huh.
So there's another connection to Captain Carrot and his zoo crew. Basically, it's like every 10 years, they randomly like pop up in the background of stuff just because like, hey, they're still a character of ours.
There's absolutely no way you make a movie out of this thing either because of the people that were involved in the real people that they're parroting and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
like this.
No.
This is really just a
Comic. That's all it
comic
can ever be.
lost to time.
Yeah.
You know.
In 2019, there was a book called Inferior Five that came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of a twist of it, of where it was like they're not children of superheroes. Like they all got their powers from different ways, but I
Right,
think it was
sure.
supposed to play on the fact. But it was supposed to be a 12-issue series, and then it got canceled down to 6. And actually, there was a hiatus between issue 3 that came out in 2019 and then issue 4 that just came out in March of this year.
Oh my.
Yeah, and then they released the other 2 digitally, so that kind of came to an end.
That says we got some good stuff here for you.
So the Inferior Five is there, but they're not around anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Let's get to so that basically does it though for the Inferior Five. But
I'm very jacked about this ad though.
yeah, let's talk about the ads because that's what Mike wants to get into.
Yeah, I love it.
If I can describe it for you first, it is a kid dressed in 1960s kid playing attire.
Always a boy too.
It's always a boy, but like I feel like this is what parents sent their kids out to play in back then. He's wearing khaki pants and a t-shirt, and he's like hunkered over, and he's holding Mattel's new M16 Marauder. If you think this gun looks great, wait till you hear it. And it says brap, 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 brap.
Brap, brap.
And it's just this kid shooting off his toy gun, and he looks like he means business.
He does look like he means business. He looks like the kid from The Rifleman.
Yes, he does, oddly
Yeah.
enough.
It says, wow, here's the most authentic and sounding rifle you've ever seen. Just pull back the cocking lever, phrasing, and the amazing gun is ready to fire. Brap. You can squeeze off single shots, brap, or short bursts. Okay. And listen to this. Keep cocking the fantastic M16 Marauder, and you can cut loose with a solid blast almost a whole minute long. Moms, are you listening?
Oh, wow.
Over 50 rounds, and all with the loud, realistic sound of the actual M16 rifle. And another neat thing about Mattel's new M16, it doesn't need any caps. No batteries either. You never reload. So get on target. Get Mattel's new M16 rifle. It's the greatest.
That was a great ad, Mike.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Wow. Why is the top of this kid's head so shiny? But I want to know.
It's the shampoo he uses.
Okay. It's got
Sometimes I wonder if some of these uploads, like some of the pages are a little, because comics the old comics, they kind of fade and stuff. So I've wondered if some of these scans. Where's the one I wanted to show you? Was it a different issue? I want to find that pump, pass, and kick one because it was just hilarious to me of how they sold this.
Mattel children's shampoo now with even more asbestos.
Exactly. That's what makes it shiny.
Makes your head shine.
There was one that I read where there was like a magic clock that they went into that took you back in time.
Oh,
I think this is it.
you could buy a magic clock that would take you back in time?
They were like in Switzerland, and like this giant clock
yeah,
master
stuff
had a
like that
problem.
happens in Switzerland. Sure,
It was
all the time.
It was just it's no
Chocolate and time portals. That's what they're known for.
They weren't even really great crime fighters, and I know it was a parody book, so I get obviously it was meant to be.
Oh wait, it was the Inferior Five doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was an ad.
No.
Get this amazing clock.
No, the Inferior Five. There was a like clockmaker in Switzerland.
Hide in it long enough and get your very own funeral.
So
it's like a refrigerator. Kid goes in, never comes out.
Here it is. So I'll just show it to you real quick, Mike, just so you see it before I
Ooh,
read it.
I like that.
It's black and white.
Hey guys, we're getting ready to enter the Ford National Football League punt, pass, and kick competition. This kid looks like something is wrong with him.
Oh, he does. They just have like one dot eye. Like they have the Rick and Morty eyes.
Yeah, the one dot.
Except the rest of the face is drawn way too much more in likeness, so it looks weird.
Yeah.
If you are between 8 and 13, you can enter too. It's free. It's fun. Let me tell you a little bit more about this, Mike.
Please.
Because I love the captions underneath.
Were you ever
these.
in a punt, pass, and kick competition?
No, I feel like I wanted to one year just because
They always trot those kids out at the Super Bowl.
They do.
You know, and you're always like, how many friggin' kids did they have to go through to get to this 17-year-old kid?
Well, I can tell you how much they had to go through back in 1967.
Please do.
So it says, the first big thing is look at the trophies you could win. Every Ford dealer will make 18 local awards.
Okay.
And I don't know why.
18. Wow, that's a lot.
It says every Ford
not 15,
dealer.
not 20,
right?
18.
Oh, man. And it's only for kids 8 to 13. So I'm trying to do math real quick.
That's only 6. Yeah.
So there's 12 other trophies.
Everyone gets 2 trophies.
Well, no, hold on. It's, I guess, first, second, and third for each age would be 18.
Oh, yeah, maybe so.
Okay. So there we go. We figured that. But still, the fact that you're highlighting that you have 18 local
third
trophies.
place kids.
It says if you compete you compete only with kids your own age. So this is to the kids to get them. So you've got a great chance to win a handsome trophy. Handsome is a weird verb for a trophy or adverb. Yeah. Whatever. English. I'm not good at it. And so many other trophies.
Just get all the trophies.
For other wins on the way to the national finals, they're really big about this. More than 75,000 trophies altogether.
Oh my God. Nobody wins any money. Everybody gets a trophy. 75,000 trophies.
I've never seen anybody brag about how many trophies they get.
We've got so many trophies for so few kids.
That's the first selling point on this ad.
One of the panels is actually just trophies.
Then it says free trips too. So free trips is after the trophies.
Yeah.
Oh man,
kids love trophies.
It says
free trips to where?
Win a district competition, and you'll get a trip to an NFL city.
Okay.
Plus a complete uniform, free to compete in at halftime.
All right.
Win a division competition, and you go on a tour of champions with all expenses paid for mom and dad too.
Wait, the first one, mom and dad don't get to go. That poor kid in Baltimore. It's like, mom, dad, no, can't take it this first time.
Is what if that kid won in like Des Moines?
Yeah.
It says in an NFL city.
So they just send you to any city. Yeah.
Like he might have to be the Colts. So he's got to ride from Des Moines to Baltimore, which is some stranger because mom and dad don't get to go.
Yeah.
Man, these punt, pass, and kick competitions are
brand new Ford vehicle will pick you up at the corner.
But if you, it also says start off in Washington, then go to Miami.
Oh, okay.
And then
just like your favorite representative.
Then during halftime of the big NFL playoff game, because it's not I guess it's.
Was it Super Bowl by then?
No.
66, so it wasn't. It was the championship, right?
Yeah, so the big playoff game is just the NFL championship here. And then the Super Bowl would be the winner of that versus the winner of the AFL.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, it's still split up.
Yeah, it is still split at this time, isn't it?
Maybe. 66? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So it says the big NFL
If it wasn't,
playoff
please write
game.
in to P.O. Box.
6. So P.O. Box 6.
P.O. Box 6. Hennytown, Illinois.
And it says, but during the halftime of the big NFL playoff game, you'll compete for the national championship right there in the Orange Bowl.
Right there.
Right there. And then it says, boy, that's something.
Boy, that's something. Not something good, not something bad. It's just something.
Here's all you do to enter. Just take your mom or dad.
Just throw a ball into the sky.
To your participating Ford dealer and sign up. It's that easy.
Wow.
But then look what you get for entering.
A trophy.
No. We only have 75,000 of those.
Here's your small entering trophy.
It's
Please sign this paper with this trophy pin. And have you tried riding in the new Ford Trophy?
I just wish like you would sign up. It's like you sign up for your kid to play T-ball. They just give you the trophy.
Congratulations, you did it, Mom and Dad.
Just for signing up, you get a swell PP&K pin to wear.
Sure, PP&K.
So you get a punt, pass, and kick little pin that I guess
But
you
the
could
pin
wear
just
on
says
your
PP&K.
shirt.
And then all your friends come up and go, what the hell is that? What is PP&K, you moron?
I don't know why. This is so funny to me, but it is. And it says, and a punt, pass, and kick tips book by the big NFL stars, filled with hints to help you win. Free. So all you have to do is hurry up. Registration closes October 6th. Take your mom and dad to participating Ford dealers today. Copyright National Periodical Publications, Inc., 1967.
Wonderful.
Oh,
that was great. I liked it. I like how they're inside the Ford dealership and the realism really kicks in there because the Ford part is backwards because of the window in front of them.
Yeah.
It's like he's. It looks way too formal.
It does.
Like this one guy's here with a straw hat and a pipe.
It looks more like instead of signing up for a punt, pass, and kick competition, like that's the coach. Like it's the
Yeah, it's a signing.
The Arkansas coach came in and said, "Hey, we're gonna make little Timmy the next Razorbacks QB." Right. And his dad's like, "This is my dream."
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Well, that's great. Oh wow, here you go. Here's another ad. I know you're ready to get out of this, but
no, you're
we
fine.
got one more ad here.
The ads might have been the best part of it.
Palisades Amusement Park in New Jersey. It's just a half mile south of George Washington Bridge. Be my guest at America's greatest amusement park, and then Superman's holding up the entire park in his hand.
Wait, you have to go to the park while it's on Superman's hand?
I guess. Free ride, Batman slide. Free ride, carousel. Free admission, circus acts, parking. Worth 85 cents.
I wish parking was worth 85 cents now.
This free. Okay, so you had to take this out of your comic. Like they wanted you to cut it out of the comic and take it in because this is a pass.
Do you remember when I guess you still kind of get like mailers now that have actual coupons but like you remember when like the Sunday paper, it wasn't just the ads, it was like the coupons with the ads.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom would sit there and like clip them out and like get ready for next weekend when we were going grocery shopping.
Oh, sure. Yeah. My mother used to be the queen of coupons. We would drive. We're in Waco. We would drive to Temple, which is about a 30-minute drive, to go to a grocery store there because they quadrupled your coupons.
Oh.
Yeah. She would buy. Get ready for this, Zach. There's 3 of us in my house, right?
Uh-huh.
Me, the little boy, the father, and the mother. 2 full baskets of groceries. 2.
Just because of the coupons?
I don't know. We froze a lot of things.
Okay.
Like we'd freeze bread. You ever had frozen bread?
It's not good.
Oh, it's great. Hey, the world's greatest HO scale electric trains are made in America by Tyco.
Hey, maybe that's a reference to, now I'm forgetting.
All right.
Who did U.S. Archer or US 1? I think that was Tyco.
Maybe.
Or maybe it was the other slot car, the
National Slots. Have you ever seen that thing on Reddit where they say, something you could say at dinner, but also say during sex?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, you come up with
I get that.
This is something you can say, or something that applies to Tyco trains or sex.
Okay. All right.
Hefty enough to really enjoy. Rugged enough for years of fun. Unmatched variety. And values that aren't equaled.
Dude.
Yeah, that's good, huh?
I'm just guessing that is the highest quality sex swing you have ever seen in your life.
Values that aren't equaled. Boy, that is, this hooker's the best. It's so much more fun to own the very best.
Man.
If your dealer is out of stock on Tyco catalogs, send 25 cents to Department CTCT Tyco Woodbury, something, New Jersey, 08097. Wow. These are great, man.
No, the
Inferior Five sucks.
Yeah, no, it is what it is. I thought that the art and stuff, and when I say the art, I don't necessarily mean the character models as much as like it looks like a 1960s.
Okay, you have missed something extremely important in this comic book. You did not bring this up. And I just want to say that I am very disappointed in you.
Uh-oh, what did I forget?
witty Woody Allen and the Mad Maniacs cordially invite you to the premiere of their kooky new musical. It's a comic book with Woody Allen in it, man.
What? Hold on.
And what looks to be maybe, what's his name? Donny Osmond.
Oh my goodness.
What is
I
that?
did miss this.
The Woody Allen comic book.
Well, I'm not a Woody Allen fan like at
Not
all.
either, but I'm saying.
Woody Allen and the Mad Maniacs.
Next in the issue of Woody Allen and the Mad Maniacs, that wacky Gore Verbinski. Wow.
Oh man, at first I was like, oh shit, what did I leave out? Like I was like,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, because I was like, I know there can't be anything like that big.
This has been a bit of a hodgepodge episode.
Oh, it
here.
has
I'm
been.
just saying, but it's been fun.
Sometimes I feel like our conversations are the most fun part of it anyway.
Sure.
And
Not
you
that
know,
shitty comic.
This is what it was. There was one more.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Last thing, folks.
Last
Promise.
thing since Hodgepodge. So I just did this.
Oh man, there you go.
It's the best of DC on TV.
And why does it look like it's a ransom note?
It does. Like the font for best DC and TV is
It's
different.
completely different. Yeah.
But I brought this up for just one little section here. It's like a so Superman's here and Aquaman.
This is the time
and
of
Aqualad.
Super Friends on TV and all that.
Exactly. Like Batman, Robin, and Batgirl are on ABC TV Thursdays at 7:30. So which was
Yeah,
the prime
sure.
time when it aired.
Sure.
But they're talking about
That was
this,
the live action.
Yes,
The
with-
actual Batman show.
You see Adam West and Burt Ward and
No.
I'm forgetting who played Batgirl right now.
Chicky McGirlstein.
Sure.
I don't know.
Down there, Miss Batgirl.
I can't remember her name either. Thanks.
I can remember Catwoman. It's Lee Merriweather or Julie Newmar, but for some reason I am blanking on Batwoman or Batgirl right now. But it's the cartoon, and it's the Superman Aquaman hour of adventure
Boy.
from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. What action and excitement when Superman and Superboy are joined by Aquaman, the king of the seven seas. He's here with Aqualad and Tusky the Walrus.
Husky the Walrus.
And that is the only reason why I wanted to read it.
I
It's
was gonna make fun of it and come up with something, but I didn't have to. It's
Tusky
Husky
the
Walrus.
Walrus.
Oh my God. And Aqualad's riding a big goofy seahorse.
Well, Aquaman's just riding a bigger,
Well, but what I'm saying
one.
is the one that Aquaman's riding, it looks like he could do some damage. This one's just like a gurk.
Yeah, no, Aquaman's looks like he's ready to go into war, and Aqualad's looks like he pets rabbits too hard.
Sure, that's right. And then they've got okay, Hawkman, help me out here. Hawkman, right?
Yeah,
Flash.
yeah.
What's that? Bald guy. I'm assuming one of the other bald guys is Luthor.
He's turned side. Yeah, I think the far right bald guy is. It says though, Aqualad and Tusky the Walrus and the seahorses. Oh, they have names.
Oh, cool.
Storm, which is obviously
Sure, it's gotta be
Aquaman's,
Aquaman's, yeah.
and Imp.
Imp.
This just writes itself. It's great. To bring more thrills from beneath the waves with guest stars The Flash,
Okay, gotcha.
Green Lantern,
Oh, that's who that is. Yeah, I got you.
Hawkman,
Sure.
oh, the Atom,
The Atom. That's why his head's smaller.
the Justice League, and Teen Titans.
Okay, doesn't say who the girl is.
No.
And the other guy's got polka dots on his head.
No, I think that's his hair.
Oh.
And Teen Titans. Big special feature. Don't miss this chance to decode secret messages. First time ever on TV. Saturdays on CBS.
Special guest host Bob Hope.
With Tusky the Walrus and Imp the Seahorse.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
I have always hated those sidekick things.
Yes.
Like especially like Godzuki.
Yes.
Godzuki's the worst. Ooh, there's a good one. Godzuki is the worst. He just goes and then puts out the little rings of smoke, you know?
Yeah.
That sucks.
No, I never liked Godzuki.
Well, man, this was fun.
Yeah. Well, we at least have fun.
Yeah,
even
it
if
was
the
great.
comic's not that great. But that was the Inferior Five. So we will have another great, we will have another character for
We'll
you
have another
next
episode.
week. We'll have another episode. Mike and I might talk about White Lotus.
Sure.
We might talk about having a crap ton of groceries and frozen bread. All right, this is Bros, Foes, and Heroes. As always, you can find us on social. We're on Instagram, Bros, Foes, Heroes. You can email us at brosfoesandheroes@gmail.com. Also, If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Zachary Burke, ZACHARY BURKE. It's pretty simple. You can find me there. I guess I need to find one. I'll work on creating one for the show itself too.
On Twitter?
Yeah, why not?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We don't do that. Got a gun!
Bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.